Netherrealm is a real play Dungeons & Dragons podcast, wherein Bruce, Tanner, and Will try to make dumb jokes and a compelling story. Some of the content within will not be for children, but if that doesn't bother you, then here's what happened on the last episode of Netherrealm.
I've met Death. He's waiting for you.
My name is Serena Motz. I've been trapped here for so long.
Hey, Six, are you alright? You got mud all over your feet.
I couldn't let it go, Archie. I went and saved the ghost.
You guys make your way into Leyland. First stop is to Outward Enterprises to talk to Baith for some money.
The Black Hole Collective. They were much slower than us.
No, the Black Hole Collective hasn't been in town for like months.
Excuse me?
Hold on, what?
And I will offer a partnership or patronage of sorts. I will also offer 2 horses.
Oh, yeah, brother, sounds good. Alright, let's do that.
Hello and welcome to Doting Doublets and Other Grateful Garments. I am Elias. What can I do for you?
We need some new digs. That's what the children say.
I call that the coat of arms. Are you going to steal?
Absolutely.
All right. Let's see what happens. After your lovely shopping trip, the two of you make your way over to the edge when you hear someone yelling downstairs. I demand to speak with Archibald Theodore Cromwell right this instant. You get him down here now, or else there will be hell to pay. You guys went to sleep at the edge and were woken up, at least it was morning time, to the sound of someone asking where you are. You hear someone downstairs and they are just shouting for your name. It's uncool. It's uncool that they're doing this so early in the morning. Especially if
like
people that are
crack
here
of dawn.
aren't really rising.
Like
it's a butt crack of dawn, man.
I don't really sleep, as I've said many times. Six does not sleep.
You still need to rest, and maybe Six isn't a morning person, man. I mean, have you gone that deep into your character?
Oh yeah, no, Six is an every time person, always cheery.
Every time person. That's some BS, man.
All the time.
I would not
Six
be
happy.
friends with Six. If you're an every time person, I'm not your friend. You gotta have your limits.
Yeah. Mornings, leave me alone. This is Will speaking. Six, all the time. Talk to him. Doesn't matter.
Too cheery.
The best part of waking up is Six up in your butt.
Oh,
wow.
Yep. I've as soon as he said Six, I was like, this is where he's going, and he did it. He did it. All right. What do we do?
Of this message.
All right. So I guess what Six would do at that point.
Yeah.
He would say, Archie, looks like we have a visitor.
I mean, technically you live here.
We live here now. This is our home. I love my house. I need to decorate. We need decorations.
Anybody ever seen like old school cartoons and somebody wakes up out of bed and their hair's everywhere and they're disheveled and they're just angry and bleary eyed?
For sure.
That's what just happened. That's what Archie just did.
I want to also point out that you guys were given separate rooms, but Six just apparently spent the night in yours.
Yep.
Just in the corner.
Well, he doesn't sleep. So,
yeah. Doesn't make it not weird. So he just watched you sleep.
I tell you what, Archie, you look like you're struggling this morning. Let me, I'll go see who it is.
Who in their right fucking mind would be yelling for me this early in the morning if they didn't want to learn the difference between wolves and dogs?
Okay, he hears that as I open the door and walk out to see who it is.
You make your way downstairs into the edge. There are a few bleary-eyed patrons down here. Pansy is behind the bar, just staring at this dude. As you get a good look at him, he is very well dressed.
Is he dressed better than me? That's the question.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Well, he's got to die.
He's got to die.
Death will come for you.
So you see this man basically arguing with Pansy, who's just not taking any of his shit at this moment. He is dressed in noble clothing. There's a lot of white frills at the cuff and the collar, and his blue vest is tipped in silver. And he's just there arguing with her, asking where the two of you are. He's saying, I demand to see them now. This is of the utmost importance.
I guess I'm just going to walk up to the bar.
Okay.
And just stand there and look at him.
Just to get an eye on the scene. So Pansy does look over at you. You are currently dressed how?
Oh yeah, I didn't take off the clothes that I bought.
In
I am
his
dressed
robotic
dapper.
birthday suit.
I am dressed dapper AF.
So you've got your suit, but you still, I believe you kept the blacksmith's gloves and apron on,
Oh,
right?
yes. They're oh, that's right. Yes, they're underneath my apron. So I look like a crazy person.
Yeah,
You look like somebody who's preparing to chop bodies up. That's what you
I'm
look
pretty
like.
sure. So I have the nice pants on and then the shirt. I don't remember if I got a vest or not.
You got a jacket.
Whatever. I got a jacket. Yeah. So jacket, pants, shirt, and
Grungy apron and gloves.
grungy apron. Got the nice gloves on, and I
Not
still have
nice.
the cape on as well.
Also grungy.
I still have the cape on as well. I think I'm just gonna add clothes to my body. Like I'm just gonna get more clothes.
Where'd
at
you
this
get a
point.
cape?
I have had the cape since the beginning. It was he put a cape on me. to
Bates
cover up my
armor
back.
with the stuff you put. Okay. All right.
No, it wasn't Bates armor. It was Father Dell gave me the cape. It's got the
Oh,
insignia
cloak.
The cloak.
Yeah.
Cloak. I say.
Oh my God.
It's not really.
You're still
cape,
wearing the
that's right.
robes of Roderick?
Yes,
And he has been this entire time.
I've worn them the whole. Wait.
No,
I
I
guess-
knew you. I thought maybe, but you have them on, so you've basically turned those into like some sort of robe cloak thing that's just on the outside of your suit with the apron. So very little of your fancy clothes are currently showing.
Yes.
Okay, your mask is visible with the crack of gold down the brow. This guy turns to you and is a bit dumbstruck by your odd appearance. Pansy just kind of shrugs and goes back over into the corner to do what she does in the morning, prepping for people to come in.
Apparently, she doesn't sleep either.
Yeah, well, she's an every time person, but she's also a no time person. She's just no nonsense ever, but has to be awake because it's an inn.
Oh, okay. So as she walks away, I mean, he was calling for us by name, Six and Archie, right?
He was calling for Archie. Baith, well, I mean, you haven't talked to Baith. He was just calling for Archie and his accomplice.
Okay.
So he's just staring at you at this point.
So you're looking for Archibald Theodore Cromwell?
Yes, I am looking for Archibald
Ah,
and his associate. It is of the utmost importance that I speak to them now.
oh, I understand. May I ask what for?
Well, for a job. I'm willing to pay, and I'm willing to pay now if they get their asses on the move. Are you one of them? Do you know them? I haven't time for anyone else.
I certainly know them. They're pretty cool.
Good. I don't care. Show them, get them now. And he basically, waves his hand to like wave you off to go get them like a servant.
I see. I'm trying to think how Six would do this. I can certainly give them a message. What is the job? What is the quest?
He crosses his arms and looks you up and down. I'm not here to give information to messengers. If you know them, get them.
I certainly know them, and I put out my hand for a handshake. I'm Six. What's your name?
He looks down at your hand and then back up at you and refuses to shake it. I don't have time to make new acquaintances.
Well, you see, Archibald Theodore Cromwell is my best friend, and I've been traveling with him for a while, so I'm certain that I am the accomplice you speak of.
Ah. Good. Then can we deal business so that I may leave?
As soon as Archie comes, maybe I can interest you in an alcohol?
It is 7:30 in the morning.
Oh, is that not customary to drink alcohol this early?
Pansy laughs over in the corner.
Pansy, I still have a lot to learn about this alcohol.
She shrugs and goes back to what she was doing. Look, I need you to get Archibald now. I have a problem I need solved, and if we could get this rolling, I would be grateful. And my gratefulness, I will give you money.
Money? Archie does love money. He's not really a morning person. It's 7:30. Typically, we don't get rolling until about midday. But maybe he can make an exception for money. I'll be right back. And I go get Archie.
Okay.
So
Archie, money.
We were supposed to also do something when we started last time, and that was I was planning on hiding the ring somewhere in the.
Yeah, like you could hide it. You have it stored. If you want to try and hide it, we can either toss it in at the beginning, or you can do it now if you want to hide it, or if you want to give it to Six and have him try it out. It is magical.
Man. You don't put hot items on the market right away.
I mean, he's got gloves.
Amen.
When you're thieving.
Oh, I do have gloves. That's really good, actually.
They're big gloves.
Anyways. Yeah.
Yeah, that too. Okay. Well, yeah, we're just gonna go with the idea that I stashed it. We can figure that out later.
Okay.
So what? He just walks in and goes, Archie, money.
Yeah.
Yes, Archie, money.
He like sits up out of bed, like from the waist, like creepy, like evil creature, like Dracula, like just like the Undertaker. Anybody who's ever seen the Undertaker sit up during WWE?
Yes,
that is how Archie sits up, exactly like that. And he just turns very slowly and looks at Six, and he goes, "Do you know what time it is?"
I do, but this man is insistent. He won't give me his name either. I think he has a quest.
Did he give you a number?
I don't think phones have been invented yet. Okay.
No, not a phone number. A number of the money.
He did not. Would you like me to go get it real quick?
Yes.
Okay, I'll be right back. I'll go back to him.
There's a number. Archie doesn't get out of bed for any less than.
I hear him say that as I leave. Well, apparently we don't get out of bed. Apparently Archie does not get out of bed unless it's a certain amount of money. What type of money are we talking about so that I can properly tell him? Also, what is your name?
Without skipping a beat, he says, 250 Chandri, and waves you off again. So, Lord Chandri is a human. He has curly, shoulder-length brown hair and a pencil-thin mustache.
Okay, I'll be back, Chandri.
When Six comes back, Archibald is miraculously dressed and prepared to go.
Let me get this. So your hair was very disheveled. I doubt you own like a comb. Do you lick your hands and just kind of slick it back?
No, what he does is he takes his hands and when he wakes up, he rubs them on his face, gets all that facial oil, and uses that to style his hair.
Nice.
That's good. It's disgusting, audience, isn't it?
That's disgusting, but you know what?
Sebum.
On brand.
Oh, that's sebum.
Sebum.
I thought you said semen. All of
That's
this
what I
is
thought he
awful.
said too.
Good
Beard oil
God.
is sebum.
Got it. Beard oil. Mhm. Okay. All right.
There's
Archie.
nothing wrong with natural oils from your body,
No. Well,
Archie.
unless it stinks.
Archie. 250. Chandri.
No, I heard him when he spoke out there. That's why I'm already ready.
Okay. I think we can hear him out.
Readjust his coat and looks. Do we have a mirror in our room?
yeah.
Okay. Readjust his coat, fixes his shirt. All right, let's go meet this Chandri gentleman.
Agreed. And I also adjust my coat.
You adjust your apron.
Under
Adjust
my
your
apron.
apron.
Yeah.
Oh my
All
god!
right,
All
let's
right,
go.
you guys head back down. He's sitting there, just his foot. He has his arms crossed, and his foot is tapping against the wooden floor.
Archie. Chandri.
Oh, I assumed.
Archie. Chandri. Chandri. Archie. Chandri. Archie. Chandri. Archie.
Yes. Look, let's get this underway. I have places to be. One of them is home, and I can't currently access it.
That is definitely a problem.
Well, you forget your key or something.
Ha! I wish it were that simple. But no, I don't carry keys. I have people to open the doors for me.
You lost the gentleman who opened your door for you.
No, I can't get into Arcus.
Is it small?
Okay, you know what? You just tell me what you want me to do.
Look, he brings his fingers to his brow and kind of rubs. I cannot get back home. I was staying with the Marquis of Woundhold, and I am trying to return back home, but these imbeciles from Casterhaven have taken over the town. Ne'er-do-wells.
Oh, I see. So you're asking for the old-fashioned favor, old bit busting skulls and cracking heads and getting people to get out your way, eh?
Yes, and I assume it would benefit the entire town, because if they're there, then they're stuck inside. It's my son is in there, and I would like him to be, you know, the whole, you see, when people that shouldn't have it, get an education, they somehow get it in their heads that they are built for more and can do greater things, and they just need to be put in their place. And that's what I'm asking, to put them in their place, which isn't in Arcus, my home.
Did you say they're from Casterhaven?
Yes, they are from Casterhaven.
Is there a Cantelli there, by chance?
I don't know their names.
Oh. Archie Cantelli may be there. I need to find him. And
Or
truth.
if not, we can just, I don't know, pull people's toenails out until they tell you where he is.
Yes, that. If you could pull them out and then pull their toenails, I will pay you. I will pay you for that.
$250 per toenail.
I'm not paying extra for the toenails. If you want to do the toenails, do the toenails. I'm going to pay you to remove them. $250 Ida to remove them from Arcus.
Remove the toenails.
Well, sure, if you no.
Oh, Archie's just waiting, letting this unfold, just with a sly smirk on his face as Six continues talking.
I see. Remove them all, including their toenails.
He turns to you, Archie, and just at this point is no longer addressing Six, and strokes his pencil-thin black mustache. I'm going to address you directly, because you seem to be the more competent one of the two. What will it take to get you to, is $250? It's generous.
Archie begins stroking his beard, and he goes, "Well, did you put in an official request with Base here at the shop?"
I went there. He said you two were the people for the job, and he said he would send for you at some point today. So yes, I have gone through the correct channels. I just wanted...
Just gotta make sure contracts are right, make sure the money comes through, no offense.
He gestures to himself in his fine clothing. You don't believe that I would be... I'll pay you half now and half when you return.
Well, that's fine too. I just a legal contract stating that work to be done for pay is generally the best way to deal with, things like of this nature.
Fine. In certain courts, your word is also binding. So, how about this? I, Lord Chandri Aberlane of Arcus, will pay you the money in full when you finish the quest requested. Is that fine? And I'll go sign the paperwork later. You have a witness, and he gestures to Pansy.
Pansy, did you hear all that?
She nods. I've got it.
All right, witnesses agreed and heard it. We're good to go. Now, how do we get to wherever the hell you want us to go?
Arcus is due west. You follow the road out of town, and you'll get there in a day's time. Now, a little information I think would probably be helpful, would it not?
Yes.
Great. And once again, he's just looking exasperated. So he's going to give you a little bit of information, and here I go. I'm going to give it to you.
All right, Will, you writing this down?
Sure.
The mages currently in Arcus are calling themselves the Nyx Inheritors. I don't know why. It sounds incredibly... I think to name yourself just because you're doing something is inherently stupid. But nonetheless, my son is in the town. I want him safe. If he is not, I take off a quarter of what I owe.
But how is that our fault if something's already happened to him?
It's part of the contract.
Understood.
See, here's the problem, though, is you're expecting us to be able to fix a problem that could have already happened because of something you decided to do.
Fine. If he is...
I will not let any harm come to your son as long as harm has not come to him before we found him.
There's no way to get any evidence of that, so fine. His name is Deneth. The information that I have gathered is from a bard in town. He calls himself Aaron Azure, and I'm certain that if you need to get in, he is camped outside and he'll know more. I want to make this completely clear. I don't need you to parlay with these people. I don't need you to make friends with them and ask them to leave. I want it done forcibly. Are we clear?
Understood.
You have legal residence in Arcus, correct?
Yes, there are citizens there.
No, I mean you, yourself.
Oh, he dusts himself off. He said,
What a tool.
I am the Lord of Arcus.
Okay, no. The reason why is because if I go in there and, say some blood gets on the stone, I don't want to be caught up in that with no correct orders, so to speak.
I'm not terribly concerned about the residences or most of the locations around. I just want to get back to my estate.
Hey, perfect. I can do that.
Look, I'm going to level with you. I need this to go well. I am being considered for a barony in Perotia. This is huge. I need you to understand how huge this is. I'm going from just being a lord of a location to a baron, well, technically of another location, but title is everything. And if this gets out, I'm through. So...
Right, you want it cleaned up and you don't want anybody to know about it who didn't need to know about it.
Exactly.
Sure, I've done this kind of work before. No problem.
All right. He reaches into his purse and counts out 125 Eider and hands it over.
Thank you, sir.
You're very welcome. And I hope that perhaps this is the start of a lucrative relationship. Actually, I don't give a fuck. Just get the job done. And he walks out.
You know, it's finally good for somebody to have some honesty around here.
He seemed like, like Jason.
He seems like an ass to me. Pansy
I
says
agree
behind the
with
counter.
you, but he's got money, and money makes the world go round.
She shrugs and puts breakfast on the table for the two of you.
Thank you.
Ha ha! Thank you.
Nom 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 nom.
All right, so you guys eat breakfast. You've basically been
It's like
given
the Iron Giant. His chin just unhinges, and he just
gross,
pours it.
gross for an organic thing to be able to do that. Oh no, you're
No,
talking about Six.
I'm talking about Six.
I thought you were talking about Archie. I was like, the fuck, Archie's a half snake. Great. Well, all right.
He is serpentine.
Do you guys want to stop anywhere before heading out of town, or is there just gonna go? Because you got a few things.
I'm gonna go. I gotta go talk to Baith because I gotta make sure that this is on the up and up, and that the guy's not bullshitting me, paying me 125 gold, and then fucking off.
Okay.
Well, so as he goes, I'll say, Archie, I'll meet you at the stables. We get to ride our horses for the first time.
All right, we don't have to walk.
No, we don't. I can't wait to meet my horse.
Well, things are finally starting to look up.
I'll meet you over there. You go handle the Baith stuff. I've got to talk to Pansy.
All right, bruv. Don't go wandering off somewhere where I can't find you, or you'll get in too much trouble or anything.
I would never. We're a team.
All right, I'll be back shortly.
Okay. Archie heads out and starts to make his way over to 12 Edge Street. Pansy is cleaning up at the bar.
Hey, Pansy, just real quick.
Uh,
Do you remember the night we met?
Yes, why wouldn't I remember the night that we met?
What? I came in, told you my name, normal human Jason, told it to the whole bar, and there was somebody that showed particular interest in me. Is that right?
I'm sorry, I don't keep track of potential suitors that enter the bar looking at other people.
This would have, it was pretty important. It would have been Strickland. Do you remember Strickland?
She thinks for a moment, and there's a look of struggle on her face, but then she shakes. The name doesn't sound familiar.
Of the Blackhold Collective, large man, red hair. Nothing?
I know the Blackhold Collective. They haven't been here for months. They said they were going to station a team and then never did.
We're just making all these people have aneurysms over and over again.
Can you remember this? Can you remember this thing? Please remember it.
Okay. Well, I remember things differently. I'm still not sure why, but I appreciate your honesty.
She looks at you like kind of weird. Like, okay. Yeah, sure. It's just a bar. People come in and leave, but I guess you guys are staying for a bit, which is great. Baith is paying for it, so that's quite it's nice to have someone stable in here for a bit. Do you need anything before you go?
Well, I meant to ask you before, but I thought maybe you didn't want to talk about it. But your legs, how did you get those legs?
Well, that's an awkward way of asking about it, but no, it doesn't bother me. I was injured in my spine in the war, and these were
yes,
these were
our time in the war.
Well, you weren't. We both know you weren't there, so there's that. I just had some. So I put an order in for some smiths to create these. They were dwarven. They came from Nesball. It was pretty standard if you're into this kind of stuff.
Oh, I'm definitely into it. I find them fascinating. Maybe at some other time I could inspect them.
They're like an extension of me. They're part. I mean, I can take them off, but that would be. What do I care? Sure, if you would like to, at some other point, that would be fine. It's a little weird.
I I see. I'm still learning about how to not be awkward.
Well, good luck with that, Jason. And she turns around and keeps cleaning.
Thank you, Pansy. I'll see you later. I go off to the stables to meet Archie.
Okay. Archie, you make your way over to Outward Enterprises, and you go inside. The door this time is actually unlocked. And inside, Baith is writing up on parchment. He looks up and he goes, my new business partner. How's it going? Did you meet asshole McGee that a little bit too pompous for his own britches?
Oh, yeah, okay, good. I wanted to make sure that he'd been by here already before,
Oh, yes, I'm writing up the contract right now. I'm sorry. I told him you were staying in town. He's like, do they have permanent residence? And I said, no. And he's like, oh, there must be at the inn. I was like, well, it would make sense for people to stay at the inn. He's like, I'm going to go there now. I was like, can you please wait? They might be sleeping. But then he left anyway, because once again, he's kind of a dick.
That's all right. I'm used to dealing with people like him. Hey, make sure you put in that contract that me and Six are not responsible for any injury that comes to his son previously to when we find him.
How are you going to prove that?
How is he going to prove that it wasn't?
Good point. And he writes that on the piece of parchment.
Thanks, Baith.
No problem. Hey, listen, we never talked about percentages of what I get and what you get for your deal, so he already actually paid my portion up front, so it's not part of what he's paying you.
Oh, all right, cool.
Yes, all right. Just wanted to get that out the way. A clean 10% right off the top.
Yeah, no problem.
Excellent.
Finder's fee, I understand.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so if you want to go ahead and restock anything that you need from the stockpile, beyond that, I've got your horses set up in the stable. Was there anything else that you wanted to talk about or to set up before you head out?
Arcus, Casterhaven. Can you tell me a little bit about what you know?
So Arcus, the guy, what's his name? Chandri? Even a pompous name.
Chaudhry, whatever.
Oh, that is a good one. No, Chandri, he is the lord of Arcus. The Nyx Inheritors is actually it's kind of a cool name. From what I gathered from him, they just have control of this city. And if if you get on this guy's good side, he might be a good connection to other rich people that need things done. So that could be, do a good job. That would be great for us. I mean, don't take his shit for sure, but people like that sometimes respect a little pushback.
Oh, yeah, no problem. And you do the job well and you don't let him walk all over you.
Exactly.
That speaks for itself. Am I going to run into any problems having an agreement with him? Or is he pretty clear and free?
I mean, he was just staying, he spent 4 weeks staying at the Marquis of Woundmarch at his castle. So, he is on the up and up in that sort of crowd. He is part of court. So he's been traveling from here to there like those people do. He knows people in the high court at the capital. So I don't think you would have any trouble with him. But he doesn't seem like the type to be involved in nefarious things, because I don't think the kind of people that would do those kind of plots would put up with that kind of shit.
No, I fully agree. I just want to make sure that he's not going to come back here and say, hey, well, I never wrote that contract. This man slaughtered, 5 people in my town, and I didn't tell him to.
I'll cut his balls off if he does that.
All right, fair deal. I don't need anything. I believe we're all topped up. I believe Six topped up when he was here last time. I'm going to get out of here and go get this done. We'll see you later, Baith.
All right, have a good trip.
Ding, ding.
Yeah,
Ding-a-ling.
ding, ding on the door. So you head out and meet Six over at the stables. Inside the stables, you see multiple horses set up in here, but two horses that Six is currently tending to. You've got
Can I describe my horse?
Okay, yeah, if you'd like to describe what your horse looks like, yeah, go for it.
Nice. My horse is huge. It's a Clydesdale, because he knows I am made of metal. I will be very heavy. It has to be a big ass horse. It's a brown horse with blonde mane and tail. Boom.
Nice. There is a stable boy in here scooping horse dookie.
Scooping, pooping.
He sees you. He's been talking to you while you've been in here. He says, "So they don't have names. I mean, they just came. Well, You could call him whatever, I imagine, if you'd like to name them something. Why is he so old all of a sudden?
He's a stable grandpa.
Stable grandpa. This is stable grandpa. It's canon now. Stable grandpa. There we go. So you could name him whatever you want. They're down with that. They don't have a stable name.
Oh. Stupid. Wow. Wow, that's awesome. I've never named something before, at least not that I can remember. Maybe I've named myself. I know that's probably confusing to you.
Nope,
what about...
can't remember my own name on a daily basis.
What is your name?
Can't remember.
Stable grandpa.
Stable Grandpa.
That's
I
what
like
you
you,
could
Stable
call me.
Grandpa.
They call me Gramps. Some people call me, he smells like horse poopy.
Ah,
That's rude.
It is, thank you, it is very rude.
I don't think you smell like horse poopy. I think that the stuff around you smells like horse poopy. You are Gramps. Nice to meet you, Gramps. I am
It's
Six.
nice. It's nice to meet you too, Six.
And this is my horse. His name will be Seven.
Okay. Archie, at this point, you walk in and you see the other horse that's set up for you. Would you like to describe how it looks? It's a wolf.
No, and I don't. I'm done. I quit because that was the stupidest joke I've ever heard. That will.
Which
just
one?
end.
What,
So
my
I'm done.
joke?
6 and 7.
Oh, okay.
Wait, do you know why I named him Seven?
Nope. Why'd you name him 7?
Because it's a very big number. Because 7, 8, 9.
Okay. All right. So.
And this was the end of the Nether Brothers. It's the end here, boys.
Oh my God. So the other horse. Do you want to describe your horse? Or do you want me to go for it?
Black on black on black, my friend.
All right. Cool. You go in there and you
Oh,
see
nice.
a all black stallion, who is black of eye, black of mane, black of coat, and who recognizes you. Well, he doesn't recognize you, but he recognizes that you have entered the room. What would you like to name your horse?
Archie, your horse is beautiful. May I suggest that we name it 8?
You may suggest it, and you have been struck down and overruled.
What's his name?
Yeah, what's his name?
Let's
Yeah,
see
what's his name?
here.
Yeah, what's his name?
What's his name, Archie?
What's his name? You?
Is this?
If I
is this
saw a man riding towards me on this fine of a horse, well, I would say that would be a nightmare. So I think I'm going to call him Nightmare.
That's fucking dope as hell.
That's
I'm down
real
with
dope.
that.
Like, that is the coolest
Who
thing
are
you could
you?
have probably come up with.
I'm Stable Grandpa.
Oh, nice to meet you, Gramps.
Nice to meet you too. You?
This is Archie.
Yes. No, wait, I'm Gramps.
Okay, Gramps, we'll see you later. And I'm going to try to mount my horse. I've never done this before.
Take care, Gramps. I give him a little tap on, like a little pat on the back, like, we'll see you later.
Bye. Okay. Yeah, you guys mount up on your horses.
My cabbages! That's what you sound like.
Alright.
So dumb.
You guys start to head out of town and to the west.
Hello, dear listener. It's me again, Will, aka the voice of Six. And I want to thank you again for listening to the 9th episode in our very first campaign, The Neverthere. If you want to find out more about the world of your set and the continent of Lear, you can find a bunch of nerdy world building info at netherrealm.com. That's Nother realm.com. Our next episode will release in 2 weeks, which is November the 21st. So make sure to check that out. But in the meantime, we will have 9.5 for your enjoyment, which will be us talking about what's happened so far and getting ready for the next portion of our podcast. If you're enjoying the podcast, follow us on your favorite platform so you don't miss any of the episodes or the bonus content that we are regularly releasing. Now, please enjoy the rest of the episode right after this message from one of your favorite new characters.
Hello, you. It's me, Stable Grandpa. I've got some notes here that I need to read out. First, thank you all for enjoying and sharing the show. Second, we have some new surprises coming up soon, so stay tuned. Third, be funny, Gramps. Maybe tell a joke here. Fourth, say goodbye in a memorable way. Oh, goodbye in a memorable way.
It is early AF, and the sun is rising, giving you plenty of visibility as you head out.
Oh, yay, visibility.
Yeah, well, I mean, you've been traveling through some rainy, shitty weather, and in caves, both of which really don't provide much in the way of visibility. The good thing with visibility is that you get to see the countryside, and through here, it's a lot of grass, but also a lot of wheat fields. A lot of different things are grown in this part of the kingdom. You know that if you take this road, continue on west and branch off eventually, Archie, at least you know this, that you would end up in Grenier, one of the largest producing farm areas in the kingdom. But Arcus is due west, and the road, you pass by a few people traveling throughout the day, and at about early afternoon, you do see an old man. Now we get two old men's in a row because of Stable Grandpa, which was an accident. I just want to be sure that everyone understands that. You see an old man up the way. He's sitting, he's propped up against a road sign. His cane is gnarled and laying down beside him. He's got a bald head and a very light blonde beard, and he is feeding what looks like a raven with gold-tipped wings. And as you guys are, trotting along on your horses, he waves you down.
He seems kind of suspicious. I've never seen a raven look like that.
Well, unfortunately, we were not given a description of who we were supposed to meet. We were just given a name. So let's see what he says.
Yeah, the name. By the way, the name of the person we're looking for is Aaron Azure.
Shh. Right. Don't say that to him.
I would never.
Okay, yeah, we'll pull to a stop, I guess.
Okay. So you guys trot up to this old man feeding this raven. The raven kind of jumps a little bit, hops out of the way, and over into the grass, closer to the old man as he's, still feeding him bread. And the old man nods to you and scratches his chin through his scraggly blonde beard. And he says, "Hey there, good day to both of you. It was nice of you to stop. I am just a fellow traveler along the road. I haven't talked to anyone in a moment. So, figure I'd wave someone down. Sounds a little weird now that I'm saying it, but..."
Well, at least you acknowledge the fact.
Yeah, sure. It gets
I don't think
lonely
it's
out on the
weird.
road.
It's nice
Oh.
to meet you. I am Six.
Ah, well, my name is Craig. It's nice to meet you.
Very nice, Craig. That's a very interesting bird. Is that yours?
Not this particular one right here. No, it's not mine.
The gold-tipped raven. Never seen that before. I've seen birds.
I would think we've all seen birds. It is very interesting, this fellow here. He is quite personable. But, everything is different in different places. Sometimes feathers can take on particular colors, especially towards mating seasons. I don't know if that explains this, but here we are. Other gentlemen, what happens to be your name?
Hi, my name's Archie.
Good to meet you, Archie. It's odd. I haven't spoken to anyone as I've been traveling. There's been people I've passed on the road, but I've never maybe picked up the courage to try and talk to someone else. But I thought if I were to talk to someone, what would be the conversation starter? What would I want to talk about? And I think the thing that I've wanted to ask someone for these past few months is, do you think that believing in something hard enough will make it manifest?
No. Unequivocally, no. That doesn't make sense.
In my experience, the only place that makes something truly real is whether or not you believe in it, whether or not it's in your head. If you don't believe in it, whatever it is you may be searching for, you'll never find it. You gotta have some faith in something to find what you're looking for.
So a bit of a uneven belief system between the two of you. Everyone finds someone to compliment them, and if you could travel with those people, I think it actually helps along the way. To be truthful to the two of you, I think that this might be for you. And he'll pull a sealed letter out from beside him. You could see at the end of it, it has this red string tied around it. This was tied to the raven's leg, and it is addressed to Archie and Six.
I'll lean over and take it out of the gentleman's hand.
Okay. It is it's an envelope. You can see your name is written on the front of it basically in gold. And like you said, it is sealed. You can see a wax seal of gold on the back. I didn't open it, as you can see, and I haven't tried to peek inside, but I feel it's probably pretty important, the information in there. So, there you are.
Archie's gonna look down at his hand, and assuming he's gonna see the same kind of gold color.
Yep, same gold.
All right, let's see what this is about. He's gonna take out a little dagger and just pop the seal.
Okay. You open it up, and I will send you what the letter says, if you don't mind reading it.
Children, I'm glad to know of your exodus from both the caves and the dire Splinterlands. I do dearly hope that your return trip was wildly uneventful, but I do feel as though you've tapped into those lovely little curses of yours. The power those curses grant shall grow as your bond with them strengthens. I can certainly speed that process along if you further my itty-bitty personal goals. Those are never itty-bitty. As a first request, I beg that you begin spreading the message of A?
When you get to this word, most of it looks like it's constantly moving gibberish, but you can see the first letter. It is an A.
It's A something. I can't read the rest. It's kind of like when he would say it when he was talking Six, if you remember.
Oh, so it's...
Yeah, whatever.
Six, if you're peeking over at the letter at the same time, you can't see the A.
I look at the letter. Archie, I don't see an A. I see a bunch of garbled nonsense.
Huh. Well, I've seen stranger things. Anyway, moving on. I understand that you probably can't read that, but the task is quite simple. Just help some of the good folks of the world indulge. They seem to be enjoying themselves in responsible excess. give them one of the coins the Raven carries. I've instructed her to give you 5 for now. She'll be watching and know when you need more. Consensual hugs and kisses, fucking course. Ah, Saint Sebastian, our old friend, eh?
Oh, yeah. Wait, what are these coins that he speaks of? Do we have the coins?
They are not attached nor in the envelope.
Ah, I see. Archie, it seems as if our new friend, Craig, might have our coins. Craig, do you have our coins?
You both turn to Craig, and he is gone.
We would have heard him, right?
You would have. The raven is still there, and in its beak is a coin purse.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. I got you.
Well, maybe this is it. I take the coin purse.
Okay. You take the coin purse, and you open it up. Inside, there are 5 golden coins. On each of them, there are symbols in a language you can't quite understand. Do either of you speak Draconic?
No, I don't. I speak Dwarven and Common.
I do. I speak Draconic.
Okay. It is Draconic in nature, so you're able to recognize most of it. And it basically breaks down to, we live for indulgence, carry on, carry on.
Well, it says we live for indulgence, carry on, carry on. I guess we just hand these out. This seems like a pretty simple favor.
Well, there's a problem. As it does say responsible excess, and we don't know what that is. No idea what's considered responsible, and excess and responsible is, in my opinion, a bit of an oxymoron anyway.
Maybe it's up to our discretion.
I suppose we'll see.
I think we just start handing it out and see what happens. We'll find someone.
Is the raven still there, or is it gone?
The raven's still there. It cocks its head at you. Back and forth, waiting.
Did we already take the coins? We took the coins, yeah, because he was reading them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Maybe we should write back?
Well, we probably should at least have the common courtesy to answer. Tanner, do I have a quill and ink?
You have stuff that you could, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Archie's gonna, at the bottom of the same paper, he's just gonna write, agreed, and sign his name. And he goes, all right, 6.
Oh, yeah, sure. I put, Navarre, question mark?
Oh, okay.
And then I just write the number 6.
Okay. All right. You guys add that addendum to the letter, seal it back up, hand it back to the raven, who then you tie it to its legs, and it flies off.
I was gonna say I break a little piece of like ration off and I give it to the raven.
Okay. Yeah. It seems pretty thankful for it.
Penny for your thoughts, bruv.
Caw.
That's a good thought.
Caw!
I just wanted to see if Tanner would do a call. That's all.
Oh, okay. So it flies off, and if you're watching it, it disappears before it leaves your field of view. Like, it's not that it's just gotten smaller and you no longer can see it. It just starts to fly off and then it's gone.
Well, that was, this is gonna turn out to be interesting. I like interesting.
Yeah, well, interesting can be good for you just as well as it can bite you in the ass.
Understood.
Okay,
All right.
okay.
Yeah, fuck it. Let's go.
All right. So you guys have basically the rest of the day of travel. Is there anything that you guys are talking about as you're going, or is it just dead silence between the two of you as you're traveling?
No, I think we should have conversation about everything that's fucking happened. But so I think that I would be asking Archie his opinion on people forgetting who the Black Hole Collective. Do you think that means that thing, whatever it was? Do you think that means that they came back? It came back and ate, swallowed. I don't know if those are the right words.
Well, we could only be so grateful if it did, because Strickland, that guy, was an absolute unit.
Yeah, he was kind of a douche. And I think the other thing.
You guys, you got the locket. You want to talk about any of that stuff?
Oh yeah, can I attune to that while we're going?
You certainly can. So as you're going along, you can focus on attuning to those items. As far as I recall, you left the ring back in the room.
Yep, in a sheltered, hidden, sneaky place.
Yeah. In a little thieves cubby. Yeah, as you're attuning to this locket, you're looking it over, and again, it is a rusted oval locket. You can tell it's made of silver. You kind of start to clean some of the rust off, and as you attune to it, you kind of get a better idea of what it is. And I know maybe this isn't, like, since we haven't identified it, and understanding what these things are and what they do is not how it traditionally works, but, you know, attuning to it, you realize whether or not it's cursed and stuff like that. So I'm just going to give it to you. This locket does require attunement. Basically, when you make an attack roll while wearing the amulet, or the locket, sorry. When you make an attack roll while wearing the locket, you can forego rolling the d20 and get a 10 on the die instead. It has 6 charges of this, and if the locket is lost, it can always be found as long as you remain attuned.
Oh, does it work for any attack rolls? Does spell rolls count? Spell attacks?
You just have to call it beforehand.
That is dope.
Yep. So it's just,
bro,
you just automatically get a 10.
That seems broke.
That's why I only give you 6 charges.
Per long rest or period?
Period.
Oh, nice. Okay, that seems fine. That's way more balanced now. Okay.
Yeah. I wasn't going to give you just a constant 10, you know, just have to up everything's AC.
That would suck for me.
Yeah, right.
We'll take a moment of seriousness here. All right, Six. We need to be a little bit clear with each other if we're going to continue to work together. You have, I think, an idea of me that is probably very, very far from what the actual truth is.
You're my best friend and a wonderful person.
Then, all right, well, I can be your best friend, but I want to make this clear. I'm a career criminal, bruv, and we don't tend to stray too far from who we are once we've decided.
You know, when I was a head in a bag, I heard somebody say this before, and I think it applies here. I ain't no narc, son.
All right. Well, when we return to Leyland, I got a surprise for you. But you'll need to keep it under wraps, not go telling everybody that you got it, all right?
You know, this is the smartest way that Archie could have handled this situation, because for sure Six was going to get us in trouble with that fucking ring that you stole. That is dope.
He knows that Six is like kind of almost an oblivious, like a kind of ignorant child. Yeah, naive child. I shouldn't say ignorant, I should say naive. He knows there's naivety there, so just because he's murdered people doesn't mean he doesn't understand naivety.
I'm pretty yeah. You know, I like the sound of surprises, especially from my best friend. Also, you know, when I put those people to sleep, you know, when we're fighting them, I'm just kidding.
You haven't killed anyone yet.
He understands death. We killed the Gricks. When we put those Gricks to sleep, do you remember that?
Well, let me, now that we're on the road with nobody listening, I'll make it very clear to you what I did. And I'm going to trust that even though you may not agree with my methods, we have proven each other to be companions well enough that you will not do anything that would put our friendship in untoward harm.
Wait, are you saying that this secret, if told, could harm you?
Well, it could probably get both of us, honestly.
Honestly, my safety is not of concern.
Well, it should be, because that's, you know, what normal creatures, organisms...
Self-preservation is normal?
Yeah.
I guess I do have a lot to learn still.
Oh yeah, it's normal.
Well, I would never do anything to harm you, Archie. I guess I would never do anything to harm myself. You know, when we're fighting things, I don't want to get hurt. That's true. Self-preservation. I did run away against our fight at Argo. I guess that was more natural than I thought.
Well, with all that out of the way, is there anybody with an earshot that is clearly visible?
No,
Okay.
no, you don't see anyone around.
When we get back to Leyland, we're going to have a discussion, but I've got you the ring from the suit maker. And I didn't get it on the up and up, and he doesn't know I have it. So if you tell him or you show anyone while we're in Leyland, our friendship would end quite prematurely.
Well, I certainly don't want that. And that ring looked dope anyways. Maybe I should try to steal things.
How about you let me do the stealing and you do the talking? We're both good at what we're good at, eh?
That's fair. I can distract you, steal. I feel like a rebel.
Well, you look like one. All right, let's drop this, not talk about it, and don't wear that ring around Leyland, all right?
You have nothing to worry about. As I said earlier, I ain't no narc son.
My goodness.
I'm not sure what a narc son is, but it seemed to fit when he said it before.
You don't want to be one.
Got it.
You don't want to be one.
Let me make a little note here.
What's the note?
Nothing.
That he ain't no narc.
I never like it when DMs make notes as we're talking about shady shit. Like we did this thing.
Well.
And let me make a quick note here so I can remember this.
Well, I have really high passive perception, so like if somebody was like creeping up on us, I should have definitely gotten a chance to see that.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Okay. You guys.
He's making a note about my alignment remaining evil and your alignment changing to evil.
Maybe.
I
guys-
guess that's kind of true.
I mean, no, it's neutral. You're doing what you got to do. Hang on.
Yeah, we're doing what we got to do to survive. I think it's more neutral than anything.
Okay, so you guys, as you finish your conversation, it is getting later on in the day. The trip was made much shorter by having these horses. You're welcome.
Thank you.
In the distance, you see a fairly large town. Most of it is surrounded by a stone wall, but you see farms and sort of cottages outside of the wall. You begin making your way towards it and see a few camps outside the wall of this area and a sign nearby that does say Arcus, but written in red paint in front of Arcus is AN. So it now reads Anarcus. I'm very clever. I know. I need you to appreciate the shit out of it. Please.
I appreciate it.
Great.
I appreciate it.
And as you two continue towards the city wall.
Wait, before we do that. Archie, I'm not sure that this is the right place. This clearly is Anarcus. We need to find Arcus.
Right, but they added the A and the N, 6. It's in different color.
Oh, so the captors have claimed this as their own and renamed it, like I named my horse 7.
Yeah.
It's my horse.
Yeah.
Mine. That's their town. We should still try to find Arcus.
Kind of like I can't.
Okay. I get it.
The two of you continue to approach the outer wall. Again, you see these sort of, camps, things that you wouldn't not see outside of certain towns, especially when tradesmen visit. And right as you approach the closed gate, you see someone pop up at the top of the wall next to the gate. And this person, from this distance, you can tell that they are younger. They are wearing flowy purple robes. And they yell out to you, "Halt!"
No.
Oh, you keep going? Cool.
Archie.
All right.
I just look at Archie as I just kind of shrug. Yeah, I keep on
I
trying.
look at the guy on the wall and I point at Six and I say, "You heard him. We're not stopping."
If you don't stop, you'll feel the flame.
Well, as long as you don't fart in my general direction, we'll be all right.
He turns over, looks on either side of him and says,
Okay, fellas, they asked for it.
2 other guys jump up beside him and they all yell out together,
Firebolt, firebolt.
and 3 firebolts come flying towards you guys. All right. One of the firebolts goes wide and poof, hits on the ground nearby, igniting some of the grass. One each hits both of you. Square in the chest.
You know Firebolt catches things on fire, right?
Yep. I certainly do. All right. 6, you take 4 damage. Archie, you take 5 fire damage. And an object hit by it ignites if it isn't being worn or carried. So you guys just take fire damage. Nothing ignites. You're able to.
Oh, okay.
So both of you are hit. Some of your clothes start to singe and embers spark up, but you pat them down quickly enough to where they don't fully ignite.
Okay.
You better stop right there, or we'll do fireballs.
I halt my horse at that point.
You son of a bitch! You just fucking hit my fucking new coat! I throw a hand axe.
Okay, roll the hit. He is in half cover.
Little 14 hit.
Yeah.
Cool.
How far are we from these guys right now?
Throwing axe distance.
He's gonna take 6 damage.
Okay. It catches him right in the shoulder and sticks, and he goes,
At that point, I'm gonna shout, "All right, 6, follow me!" And I'm gonna take off around the corner because I know they can shoot more bolts than I have axes.
Yeah, so the one dude is flipping out, he's bleeding from his shoulder. He's trying to yank this very well embedded hand axe out of him. And his other friends are just freaking out next to him. And they turn quickly and start trying to shoot more firebolts, but they splash on the ground behind you, behind your horses, because they're super fast. And you guys make your way around the corner. You hear yelling off of the distance. The guy is still screaming, and through his screams, he's also yelling,
Get them! Get them! They're gonna circumvent the... Wait, the wall goes all around the whole place. God!
and he's in pain. I can't hold up that
Because it's gotta be nasal.
Good Lord. I made it
It's gotta
tough for
be
myself.
nasally. You gotta do it just like this.
You know
Oh,
what,
I
6?
could've
I
nibbled
bet
those.
they're...
Yeah, there we go.
I bet their mothers are gophers and their fathers like blueberries.
Wow. I like how it was almost. And it was good.
That's the point.
I know.
yeah.
That's why I like it. It's good. It's very good.
Okay, as I'm running, can I shoot a crossbow arrow at him? Just for whatever.
Yeah, go ahead and shoot these teenagers with a crossbow.
Done.
You fired first.
They
Wait,
need
you're going to try and
learn.
hit the same one?
Yeah, I'll try to hit the same one.
Okay.
It's half cover. Is that disadvantage? What is it?
That's, he gets extra AC from it.
Okay, so that is 13 to hit.
That hits. You shoot the bolt, and it sticks into his other shoulder. Do you guys remember the scene from Ace Ventura 2, where he's got the pikes in the spears in his legs? This guy's just going, at the 2 things stuck into his shoulder. And now his other friends are freaking out. One of them passes out, just seeing the blood. And the other one, you see him, the main guy that was yelling at you, he says to the other one,
Go get the other guys.
and the other guy runs off.
You know, 6, I think we could have took them. Now that I see what we're dealing with here.
We probably could have, but I don't really like hurting people too bad. Maybe I need to get over that, because they seem to want to hurt me and you.
Well, how'd make you deal? How about this? If I swing, you swing, and you're allowed to swing any time in which your life is in danger. Sound like a plan?
Sounds like a plan, but we're in an awkward position at this point. How do we get in
I'm gonna keep like riding around the
Perimeter.
wall.
Yeah.
Is it a wall?
It's a wall.
Okay.
It's a pretty high wall.
All right.
Definitely not something that you could climb up. The two of you kind of make your way around this thing. It is not like the city's not in a perfect circle, but you can follow it around. There's no hard angles or anything on this. There's a couple of turrets around spotted on these walls in equidistance. Every once in a while, you'll see. Well, you actually, when you look up at each one of these sort of tower turret locations, there is a person in a robe, in the same sort of robes in each of these towers. Some of them are dressed in purple, some are green, some are in red, and a few are in blue. And they just all kind of look at you as they're looking around, or as you're going around, keeping an eye on you. But apparently they haven't heard the commotion from up front yet.
All right, Six, we need to figure out who's in charge. If they're using different colors, that means that there's probably some kind of hierarchy here.
Okay. Which color should we start with?
What colors were the guys at the...
Purple.
All right, well, we know purple's probably the lowest because, well...
They seem like doofuses.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Secretly, I'm hoping that Cantelli is here.
He might be, but I hope he's not on the other side.
I would imagine if this is Casterhaven, he would, in fact, be on the other side.
No, this isn't Casterhaven. This is just some fools from Casterhaven. This is Arcus.
Ah, I see. I spoke incorrectly. But if Casterhaven is doing this, he's probably not on our side.
I don't think these gentlemen here are backed by Casterhaven, but we'll find out soon enough. I'm just looking for somewhere to get in, Tanner.
Okay, as you guys are traveling around, there really, I mean, it's a very well-built wall. As you go around it, you don't see any other gates. What you do see out at the back of this, sort of in this kind of meadow and clearing, and you actually hear it before you see it, you hear a lute playing. And out in this field of yellow flowers, there is a person sitting on a stump playing a lute.
Okay, I'm gonna do we both see him?
Yeah, you both see him.
All right, I'm gonna point at him and I'm gonna say, let's go see if that's our contact.
I agree. He said bard. Bards play music. Aaron is your?
As you approach, you call out to him. The lute playing stops, and he turns, and it is this middle-aged male with flowing curly brown hair. He's got a headband on, and he's got this flowing sort of silken robe that's blowing in the breeze. It has all these different colors stitched through it, sort of like a medieval sort of tie-dye. I guess you could have regular tie-dye in fantasy settings. That's fine. He straight up looks like a hippie, and his face, his eyes are half lidded, and he lazily turns to you and goes back to strumming his lute. He goes,
Hi, man. Yeah, I'm, that's what I go by. What's going on?
Do you have something in your mouth?
No, I got a song in my mouth, baby. How's it going?
Oh my God.
When was the last time you imbibed drugs?
When's the last time I didn't imbibe drugs,
Jesus.
It sounds like you have drugs in your mouth right now.
I got some drugs going through my system, man.
Ah.
Archie pinches the bridge of his nose.
We were sent by Chandri and told that Aaron Azure would be able to help us. Is that you?
First things first, baby. Chandra's a fucking asshole. Second thing, I don't know if I'm gonna help nobody out in any sort of predicament, but I will tell you I am and do go by Aaron Azure.
So you're gonna help us get into the city here, right?
I can help you get into the city if you so choose, but I mean, I don't know. It just doesn't seem like the kind of day for that.
What would make it that kind of day?
drugs. I mean, sorry. I got a one-track mind sometimes. I'm thinking, I don't know. I ain't got no need for nothing, you know. I'm just out here chilling.
Actually, you
yeah.
seem like the perfect type of person. I want to give you one of these. I'll pull out a coin.
Oh, what's this? And he takes it, and you can see it kind of glow in his fingers. As he kind of, you know, the coin trick where you make it roll between your fingers? He does that with it.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
It doesn't seem like you should have that much motor capability considering how fucked up you
Well,
are.
how am I going to flick my instrument, baby, if I don't have that sort of mobility in my fingers?
That's true. I don't have an argument for that one.
Yeah, I know, right? And nobody really ever has any arguments for the things that I say, especially not the things that I sing, if you get the thing that I'm saying.
No, I don't, but
That's cool.
well, when I hand you that, I just want you to know, keep indulging.
Oh, you don't have to tell me twice. And he reaches in his backpack and he pulls out this long pipe and takes a long drag from it. That's what I really like doing all the time, man.
This seems like responsible indulgence.
Well, it's all from nature, you know. It's not like it's going to do me any harm. I mean, a few brain cells here and there. I got too many of them to deal with anyway, so why am I going to worry about it? You want to kill some of yours? And he offers you the pipe.
no, I'm all right. Don't imbibe while I'm working.
Oh,
I agree. If drugs are like anything I've experienced, I don't know that I need drugs right now, but maybe I'll come see you after. I'm very interested in drugs.
oh, sometimes drugs are like something you've never experienced before, and that's the most beautiful thing, baby. I can tell you from personal experience, you know?
I wouldn't be half surprised if I probably established the running chain in which you got those from. Anyway, that's besides the point. How do we get in there? And what the why are mages from Casterhaven here?
Oh, they don't even call themselves mages from Casterhaven no more. What they call themselves is the Nyx Inheritors, if you catch that drift.
Right, what are they inheriting?
Oh, nothing. That's why it's the Nyx Inheritors. You get it? It's a fun play on words. Nyx is nothing, and Inheritors is those that inherit the first word. So if we're going on the sort of lexicon sort of vibe of knowing words and shit, they don't inherit shit.
So why are they here?
Because they want to inherit shit.
I'm confused.
Okay, I got it. All right. So they're pissed off that their mummies and daddies aren't fucking rich, basically, is what you're telling me.
No. It's a little bit deeper than that. Let me go ahead and see if I can give it to you in a way that kind of floats into your eardrums and makes you understand what I'm trying to get to you. First off, right, they ain't got nothing, okay? And they were like, oh man, hey, we got some sort of magical power. Maybe we should learn more about that and go to school for it, you know? And that's like a really good thing that you can do. But then they didn't know that like school is so expensive. So now they're in fucking debt, baby. And like, that's why you should be a sorcerer and not have to be a wizard and learn all that stuff and pay for it. So, you know, student loans is the problem.
Well, maybe they shouldn't have took out stupid student loans if they couldn't pay them back. Here's the facts. Let me tell you something. I'm self-made, all right? I made myself, my crew, my business, and I came from nothing. I was an orphan.
I mean, if that's the vibe you want to live with and put that behind you, I mean, pack it up in your own bowl and smoke it, baby. I'm not hating you for that.
What in the world are these kids up to today? Back in my day, we used to just freaking kick a door in and take what we needed.
Hey, sometimes thievery is the only way to go. I mean, I myself stole this today. And he reaches into his bag and pulls out a mushroom. I stole it from nature. And he chomps it down.
Jesus Christ.
God, he is fucked.
This is fantastic.
Okay, well-
We're literally talking to fucking Dionysus in the flesh here.
What I want to point out on my notes, so I sometimes just make notes that I read for voices and to remind myself what I think these people should sound like. It doesn't sound like this. I'm going to go ahead and precedent this. I have not accomplished this, but this is just how I get into it. I put sounds like a male share.
That's fantastic.
Real love to love.
That's how I got
That's
it.
very nice.
That's how we got here, baby. It's all good.
Okay, all right.
That does kind of make sense, though. Like, now that you say that.
So Can you help us get in? We really have a need to get in. Or are we wasting time?
Not against them. They they got their own things going on. They're trying to be like, oh, we're an occupying force in this particular vicinity. But then, oh, sorry, some things come back up every once in a while. But they're just trying to play along with their own specific thing until they get what they want. So the easiest thing would be to give them what they want. But then, if they get what they want, they're just going to want more. That's how that kind of stuff works, So the thing we've got to discover, and you and me, we all three of us can spitball this together, what our game plan is, because I've been kicked out of said city, and I cannot play my music in the bars and make my own sort of coinage. Now, I mean, I do have this new fancy one here that I am really enjoying.
I
But
wouldn't spin that. That's more of a token.
he flicks it in the air, catches it, heads or tails.
Heads.
Yep, it lands on heads. Hey, you win. Good job.
I would use that and maybe teach others to indulge the way you do. That's a sign of indulgence.
Like, 69% of my songs are about drugs, baby.
69%. What a very accurate measurement. How did you come to that number?
I don't know. It just is what it is. I mean,
Hey,
just
Six,
because
you know
I'm...
what time it is, by any chance?
Skin 30. Okay, I'm sorry. I use my internal clock that is canon.
Your
to
internal
tell
clock
exact
makes you look
times.
towards the direction of the sun. You understand that it's probably about 7 p.m.
Fuck!
Exactly.
No!
he wanted to tell a joke, and you're not giving it to him.
I don't know what time it is. What time is it?
I was hoping Tanner would be like, well, if you look at the sun and you guess, you probably think it's roughly 4:20.
Oh, shit. That was the joke.
nice.
Oh, man. All right.
It is
It's
exactly 4:20 p.m.
good. It's always... Wait, what's the significance of 420?
I have no clue.
No idea.
Yeah, me either. Great.
So is there a way in, or is
Yeah, the
not a
front
way
gate.
in? Is that the only way in?
That's the only way I know of. That's the way I went in. That's the way I came out,
So what do they want?
It's not great for a fire if we're talking about that. And, with all the smoking I do, I'm bound to start a fire at some point. But, wait, what question did you just ask me before I went on another tangent?
What do they want?
Oh, they want, so, okay, here's the thing. So there's a boy in there, right? His name is Dennis. That's a dumb name, Dennis. But that's his name, and he was given that name by his father.
Is a dumb name though.
His father is the lord of the area, and he's, well, he paid for his son's schooling and all that. So the guy that's leading them, well, that's a halfling boy. His name is Zeke Gladfoot. He's kind of in charge. He's saying that since they inherit nothing, they're gonna take what they want, and so they decided they're just gonna take the city. So they found out about the city, and that the lord of the place was gone because old young Dennis went to school with them, and they came back here on summer holiday, and they decided they're gonna stay.
Wait. So you're telling me young, able people
Yeah,
with magical powers
yeah.
cannot find any other way to get ahead other than to raise hell?
Yeah.
All right, just wanted to make sure I had that clear.
Well, tell me this. Now, you look like a man of means. How did you get ahead?
With me bare knuckles
Did
and
you
lots of
raise
blood
hell?
and sweat.
Well, shit. That sounds like almost the same thing.
You got to contain it.
Yeah, they contain it in the walls of that city.
And it's not contained because if it gets out, somebody's going to send an army to take the city back, and they're all going to die.
Is that army you?
No, I'm not. I mean, I could kill them all, but that's besides the point.
Well, I don't know. They seem to be pretty tough.
You clearly have not run into the ones we have.
Oh, the boys in the purple robes?
See, I was right, Six. The purple robes are the newbies. It's just like a gang. They're literally just a gang.
Yeah, I mean, if that's the way you want to define it, baby, that is fine.
So there's no secret entrance?
I mean, if there was a secret entrance, I don't know much about it. Like, I'm just a guy that comes from town to town singing songs and making his money that way. I mean, if you want to try and find a secret entrance, I don't know, you could search around for it. There's always got to be a means of escape for, those rich folk.
All right, Six. I don't think this gentleman's here is going to be much more help for us.
Well, at least we know what they're looking for. I don't know that we are the ones to help, but maybe we just go in through the front door.
No, we tried that, and
We could say we're here to meet Zeke Gladfoot.
Hey, wait, I do have an idea. Like, if you were, trying to get in the front door and, like, they saw you and now they know what you look like, that could make you look like something different.
Might not be a bad idea.
oh yeah, that depends on what the cost is.
Oh, you gave me this beautiful gold coin. I believe that's payment enough for one simple little spell, don't you?
All right, I can agree to that.
Ooh, can you make us look like those guys? And I'll point to the purple robe dudes.
Oh, you want to look like the lowest of the low in this sort of group?
What were the other colors?
Blue, red, and green.
Yep.
What's the highest color?
Oh shit. I don't know. The ones that seem to be given the orders seem to be in red.
Put us in red cloaks. Or, ooh. One of us could be red. One of us could be blue.
Well, just remember, if they're the red ones are the ones giving the orders, there's not going to be as many of them, which means we're not going to be able to just kind of slip in unnoticed.
Maybe we both be purple and say we're new recruits. And then we can figure out what to do when we're in there. Do you know how many of them there are, Aaron?
I'm sorry, I don't sit around counting people every once in a while, but let's see. If I want to guesstimate, I want to say probably about like 25 to 30 of them.
Well, probably 24 to 29 now, but
Oh, did you kill one?
he's probably close. He's definitely not fighting anytime soon, that's for sure.
That's well, shit. I think I'd probably be bummed about that if I wasn't so in tune with my own feelings right now, if you get my drift.
Well, I'm glad you're really, really high then.
Oh, I'm so high. And he starts strumming on his lute. He is really good.
That is a fantastic song. But I tell you what, let's be purple. Archie, I think that's probably our best bet. We claim to be new recruits.
Well, here's the problem with purple. Purple, we gotta do what everybody else tells us.
Not if we sneak.
So we got purple, green, blue, and red. Why don't we try somewhere in the middle? Why don't we try like green or blue, Six?
I agree with you. Maybe we can get further ahead as green. That's my guess, green, for go. Because we're going to do this.
All right, green it is then.
Green cloak, green cloak.
So Aaron starts strumming on his lute a different tune. It shifts over from what he was playing before into something different. And you can see sort of energy coming out from his fingertips as he plays. And he sings, "If you're trying to get into a new scene, maybe try and dress in green." And it flows out and hits you. And you can see your clothes start to shift. And you are now in green robes. Both of you have different faces. You kind of still look like yourselves, but it's just something, it's different enough. And when I say you look like yourself, Six, you basically have a sort of plain human form face with the mustache that kind of looks like your mask.
I look like Jason.
Kind of, but like if he was made out of Play-Doh.
Gotcha.
Do we sound the same?
Yeah, you sound the same as you did before.
All right, okay. I just need to know if I need to come up with another voice.
No, you guys sound the same. You just look like common humans. Very, very plain, nondescript. There's nothing about your face that seems to be memorable.
Gotcha.
But when I said you look like Play-Doh, you don't actually look like a Play-Doh monster. 6, that would be people would freak out. You just
Yeah.
look like a dude.
Like the uncanny
you
valley.
you look like the grayest of gray men that could gray man,
Yep.
which
Yep.
is
Very
basically,
unassuming.
very unassuming. That's what I mean by that. Yes.
All right. Well, I appreciate this kindness, Aaron. Enjoy your indulgence.
Oh, you don't have to tell me twice. And he reaches into a pocket and he pulls out what looks to be some sort of powder and
Jesus, Aaron, you're not supposed to mix everything.
That comes from a plant too.
But if it's an upper and downer, you don't want to take an all-arounder.
I no longer know if this is responsible indulgence or not.
Well, I'm not gonna die. This is like half of the maximum amount that I've ever done.
I think he knows what he's doing.
Oh, I'm a professional. Hey, listen, if you guys get in there, kindly let me know so I can get back in. And also, if you know any events that you might need a musician for in the future, please do hit me up.
Understood. You're very good.
Oh shit, and I almost forgot. I'm actually writing a song about this sort of situation that's happening here. So if you don't mind just telling me what happens afterwards or like getting me into this so I can see the fray of what is what, I would love you. No, that's too strong, isn't it, man? I'm fucked up.
I really wish this was like a time where I could just say, all right, Archie decks him. we take him in as but I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. It wouldn't make sense. It wouldn't make any sense at all, but it would have been hilarious.
Bonk.
Like, you want to go in? Okay. You can be our hostage.
all right. So you guys finish up with Aaron. You are now disguised as one of these guys and walking. Are you still on the horses or are you walking?
I don't know what Will thinks. I think it'd be a good idea to maybe like let our horses graze somewhere.
Yeah, I agree.
Because
Just let 'em go.
this seems like
They can graze in the meadow with Aaron. And Aaron, please don't get our horses high.
I can't promise nothing. Secondhand smoke is a thing.
oh my goodness. All right. Well, either way, I don't want to try to take those horses in there because that's not going to end well.
No, it won't.
'Cause
Aaron,
then that's one more thing we'll have to get.
Aaron agrees to watch after him. You tie him up to his stump, and he's, he'll sit there with him. So you guys head to the front of, back to the main gate. And as you're approaching, a different guy pops up and he says, "Halt!"
Excuse me. Who are you to tell me to halt, Purple Cloak?
I'm sorry, it's dusk. I can't really see. Oh shit. Yeah, okay, come on in.
And the gate opens up.
I'm going to turn to 6 and I'm going to say quietly, all right, 6, for once, let me do the talking.
Understood.
All right. You guys walk into the gate, and one of the guy that was up top, he rushes down to greet you. He says,
Hey, sorry about that. We had some people come by, and they were just kind of dicks, and one of them threw an axe into Jeffrey, and then the other one shot a bolt, also into Jeffrey. So Jeffrey's having a bad day.
And you let him get away?
They were on horses. What did you want us to do about it?
These multiple spells you could have used to deal with them. What's wrong with you?
You know I don't know those spells yet. We've got Firebolt. That's basically the only one we've got.
What, are you only going to learn what the man tells you to learn?
I mean, we don't have the book. You guys said you were gonna teach us, and we're just waiting here, and you gotta stand and guard on the wall.
Combat experience. You'll need it.
"Roll persuasion."
Would it be persuasion or deception?
Yeah, you can roll deception.
I don't know. So you tell me.
I mean, I just want some sort of charisma-based roll just to kind of see.
Well, an 18 on the dice.
Okay, that's good enough. All right.
You know what? Yeah, that's... Okay, combat experience. We have combat experience. Man, you know, back at school, all those assholes and the professors,
they don't have combat experience, but we have combat. Oh man, this is.
Is he just like
dope.
talking to his like?
He's kind of talking at you and like.
More to his. Okay, so can I just like slowly like slide? I'm just gonna kind of walk away, like I'm much too important for him to continue talking to, and kind of wave Six along.
Yep. So you guys keep walking in.
At this point, I will stop and whisper to Archie. Archie,
Mhm.
how long do these disguises last?
No idea. So be always prepared, just in case somebody starts looking at us weird.
We should have probably asked that.
Yep, we sure should have, but we didn't. So let's move.
Okay.
You guys continue to move into the town. It is pretty well kept. Most of the streets in here are cobblestone. Most of the houses and building and shops are larger than they are in Leyland, mostly made of stone. There are big leaded glass windows on the front of the shops. You can look inside. You can see bakeries and a lot of sundries, a few grocers, as well as, your standard clothiers, your clothing stores. None of them with memorable names, especially nothing like Doting Doublets and Other Grateful Garments. And all around, you can kind of see citizens. They're not really going about their business. They're all kind of eyeing you as you move down the street, whispering to one another, mostly avoiding you. And these are people that aren't wearing any sort of colored cloaks. But as you're passing through the streets, you see a few guys with cloaks on.
I'm trying to keep a mental note, a tally of how many guys with cloaks I'm seeing.
Okay. You saw the 3 on the wall.
Right. One more because Jeffrey got smoked.
Yep.
Well, close to smoked. So that's 4 total.
Yep. And as you're walking through, you see a couple of a blue leading a few purples, and each of them kind of nod to you, even the one in the blue cloak. You don't see any reds walking around.
Okay. I'm just trying to keep a total count. Like, that's because I'm trying to figure out how many people we have against. Like,
you've seen total like under 10. As
okay.
you're walking
If she
through
were to
town.
go south, I want to know how many people I have to potentially murder to get out of here. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's basically, and like when you going out around the perimeter of the wall, that was another 5. So about 8 on the wall, and total you've seen, 10 to 15.
Gotcha.
here.
Yeah, so that's fine, and they could be. I might not even know. They may be duplicates for all I know. Like I see the same person, couldn't tell. That's fine.
Right.
Just trying to get a basic count.
You can gauge as you're looking around. You don't see any town guard or any other forms of authority.
Well, that makes sense.
Mhm.
The question is, where are they?
Yeah. So the landmarks that you're kind of seeing in here, you've got a square. Up in the back, you could see the tallest buildings, which are farthest from the gate. One is a large manor, and the other is a church. This church has a shield on it, so you do recognize it as a Church of Roderick. So those are the 2 main landmarks in town that you can kind of see just as you're walking through.
Okay, Church of Hodrick. What was the other one? Sorry.
Just a large manor. It's like the sort of castle of the town.
Okay, so that's probably Homeboy's house then.
Well, Archie, where do we start? There's a lot going on here. I think it was a good choice not to be red. But with the way that the blue were nodding to us, I think we might be higher up than them.
Yeah, I think you're probably right, Six, but let's not make any assumptions yet and do anything too brash. What we need to do is we need to find out where the town's guard are and let them out so that we can use that commotion to get moving.
If I had to make a suggestion, prison would be a good place to start.
That's a good suggestion. Well, never thought I'd be breaking back into jail.
Let's do it. Okay, we head to the jail.
Yeah. You move around the town. You don't know where the jail is. There's no town map. Do you want to try and ask a citizen?
I was going to go find a purple, and basically I can just do it if you want.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Like either a lone purple or a 2 purples.
Yeah, you as you're walking through the street, you see 2 purples leaning up against a building nearby, just chatting.
I walk up to him and I go, "Oh, you two."
Yeah, what can we do for you, sir? I'm not coming up with a different voice for all these fuckers.
No, that's okay. No, that's okay. The voice is hilarious. It's just so fucking funny. I had a guardsman look at me wrong the other day, and I'd like to go find him. Do you happen to know where they're being kept?
Yeah, they're kept in the prison, sir.
All right, cool. Good to know. We ain't moved him anywhere else, right? We didn't separate him.
I mean, no.
None of my co-workers separated them, moved to the church or over in that direction of the church or anything.
No, the purples have been ordered to just watch them.
All right, and Archie looks around like he's confused.
Are you?
This town looks the same everywhere you go. Jeez, some of these corners look the same. Yeah, could you point me in the direction of the prison? Do me a favor.
I could take you there if you like.
Yeah, sure, if you could show me where it is. I seem to can't remember, don't know why. Something to do with this town.
I'll do it if you teach me a spell.
Alright, well first you gotta show me.
I cast
Roll.
Hold Person on him.
It freezes up.
And I look at the other one. Take us to the prison. In my deep voice.
He'll teach you how to do that if you take us.
Dude, I'm in. Let's do this.
Alright,
We'll do 2 different voices for these guys. That's the maximum effort I'm putting in.
that's cool. No problem.
Dude, all right. So, bro, let's go. And he starts walking off. Yo, I recognize that one back there. Was that Hold Person?
For once, I'm letting him do the talking.
Yeah, his whole person. I high-five Six.
You guys both notice a bit of a glimmer around your hands, and the illusion kind of waves for a moment. Yo, that was dope, man. All right, so, like, the prison, we could take you down there, or I'll take you down there. So, how'd you do that? Like, is that verbal? Is that semantic? Do you have to have some spell components? Like, what are we talking? Like, I'd like to be able to, just kind of, just get somebody.
The last time Six did not listen to Archie, it went terribly with the ghost, so he says nothing. Keeps walking.
Sorry, I just need a minute. Tanner's
The
fucking
voices.
voices, man. I just can't. Oh gosh.
All right, cool. Like, look, just find me later and, like, just tell me. I'd really appreciate it. So, down in the prison.
Yeah. So.
Oh, yeah. No, what? What?
No, I was just gonna say it takes surprisingly it takes a lot of gold.
Oh, that's
Gold
the
to cast
that's the
Hold Person.
primary spell component of
The
that one?
primary spec component is gold. Takes a lot of it. Dude just wasted probably a quarter of his inheritance.
That's fucking dumb, dude. That's like the whole thing that we're trying to do, to be like, we're not paying for this shit anymore. Now, oh, man, that's a dumb...
Well, it just goes to show that everything's got a cost,
Yeah, man, why can't we just, like, whatever. I get it. I'll still come up with some cash, and then we'll figure it out. If you like, you guys are continue to walk down the street, and he's leading you through these corridors and corners. If I had to find the book that had that particular spell in it, if I got into a shop, we're not going back to the library at Casterhaven, but if I had to find a shop, what would that book be called?
All right. So what you want to do is you want to go to Leyland.
Oh yeah.
You want to go to Doting Doublets and Grateful Garments,
Okay.
and you want to say that you found a black ring.
Is that like a password or something?
Was that the color, right?
Yes, it was a black ring.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. So you talk to the guy there. You tell him you found a black ring, and he will show you the book that's needed.
Dude, I'm gonna slip out of here tonight so I can get that tomorrow because I'm like whole
Absolutely. And tell you what, it'd be even better if you actually take him blank. It don't got to be anything fancy. Just take him a black ring.
I don't know. I've got these robes, and I don't really have anything. And we just kind of left. You know how we left. We just left, right? And I didn't grab. I had a rucksack, and I'm like, oh, here's the prison, by the way.
And I wasn't gonna
walk up.
I wasn't gonna speak, but make sure you tell him that you got it from Strickland of the Blackhold Collective. He won't know who that is.
That's starting to sound like there's a lot of information. There's a lot of secret passwords, though. So
But you'll get more than just a Hold Person out of it. It's whole grimoire.
Would I get a girlfriend?
You'll learn how to get one for sure.
And he opens the door to the prison and then walks away. All right. So you guys...
Archie just stops and just looks at Six. And just like a long just stare, just like he cannot process what he just heard. And he goes, Six, let's forget we ever spoke to him, please, for the love of everything holy.
You know, I kind of already forgot about him.
Perfect.
It's like,
Right,
that's one of my most well-developed characters. You guys are just going to write him off?
Yeah. Can I get a call?
He's gonna come back. Y'all did. I went there and I got fucking arrested. All right. So...
What? It was a perfect opportunity.
Yeah, it fucking works. Okay. You guys
That's
walk
a perfect opportunity.
into the prison. Inside, there is a person in blue robes sitting behind the desk, and he looks up at you, and he gives you a little nod. Don't make me do another voice. God damn it.
Nope. I just nod and keep walking.
What's your name? I'm just kidding. Okay.
Dude, fuck you. You guys keep walking.
He sees through your illusion because you fucked with the DM.
Yeah. So you walk past him down this hallway, and you start to see these cells. It seems like, the kind of temporary holding that you would put people in overnight if they were drunk. It's not like a jail, right? It is not a penitentiary. It's not a penitentiary.
It is not a maximum security penitentiary in which would have maximum security penitentiary guards ready to slaughter all these people at any release, is what you're saying.
Right. This is a city watch.
They're not going to be that helpful. Got it.
So you guys come in, and the first couple of cells, they are actually pretty large cells. You think they are meant to, they've got a bench in there. They're meant to hold multiple people at a time. And you see this, one in the back, you hear, talking from back there. And, as you get closer, you can see that it's most of the guards. They're split half and half between two cells in the back left. You also see in the far cell to the right, someone just sitting in the corner. They have a hood up, and they're just kind of chilling in there.
All right. I look at Archie, and I say, I think I have an idea.
I'm listening.
Follow my lead?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
I walk over to the cage with all the guards. There's no cloaks in
No,
here,
it's
right?
just the guy in blue up front.
Okay. How many guards are in there?
8. And for a whole town, never mind. Nah, so they're split up between 2.
There's 8 in both.
Yeah, there's 8 in both. So there's about 16 guards here.
Okay. All of you listen. We're not really the green cloaks. We're not with these guys. We're actually here on orders from Chandri, and we're going to rescue the city. What we need you to do, get out there and create the best diversion that you can until we can get to the red cloak.
They all kind of they looked at you kind of funny to begin with, and they start to nod, and some of them getting pumped. You see a lot of these are they're starting to give each other fist bumps and to bro it up in there, and they seem real ready for it.
I'm going to start picking the lock with my thieves' tools.
You go to pick the lock. Go ahead and roll that.
As he's picking the lock out, while he's doing that, I'm going to say, and take out as many of the cloaks as you can.
16.
You start to unlock this cell. You can feel each of the latches lifting, each of the gates as you pass by, and you get to the last one and click, it comes up. But as soon as it does, you can see these orange sparks come out, basically flutter out from the lock. You hear an alarm start to ring out from this, and you know that while you have unlocked this jail cell, you have tripped a magical alarm inside.
All right, Six, looks like we're moving quick.